this scoreboards here. This 1, 2, 3, and goalies can win man of the match too. You know that, right?
That's right.
See you later.
I am not going to talk yet. 15 minutes, I'll get myself in trouble. Next time I start taking these down for you instead of just standing around. Reset clock button. Okay. It'll start at 0, so it'll count up, and then you can stop it at halftime, and then it'll continue counting up to 50.
Okay.
For scoring, let's say Alan gets a goal. The green is for goals, and the white is for points. So you just hit goal, you hit go, and you hit return. And then it'll show 1 goal, 1 points.
Okay.
And then to take the goal off, if you do something wrong, you just hit the red. Hit go.
Okay. Alright. I might have to have you repeat names.
Yeah, I'll try to, when somebody scores, I'll try to say it. And I don't always see who scored, because sometimes it happens out of nowhere.
Okay.
And
so is it just unknown at that point?
Yeah, you just, yeah. Then when Bill uploads the stream, he kind of rewatches it, and he'll often redo the score.
Cool. Sounds okay. Nice Yeti, by the way.
Oh yeah, look at that. It's like, I got my old company's logo, and they laid me off.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
They laid me off, so put a Yeti stick.
That's hilarious.
When I ordered my coolers, they gave me a bunch of stickers.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Oh, their name.
Yeah, I got this one when I graduated, and it fits like perfect over the company, so.
I could have ordered like a red circle with a line through it.
That would be good too. Next time.
Or like crosshairs for the scope of the
Oh, that's good too. I like that one.
Post that online.
Right. You could.
Get on whatever watch list I can.
Exactly.
No-fly list. Totally wreck my Austin trip this week.
Oh, that's fun. Just for a vacation?
My sister lives there, and it's South by Southwest, which I don't like. The days that we're there, I don't see any reason to jump into that fray. But we're going to the Brooks and Dunn concert at the Moody on Friday night.
That's awesome.
They have, my sister's company has a suite, so I was there for the concert a few months ago, and it was
Cool.
it's going to be 90 degrees when we wake up on Thursday. So. Well, it won't be 90 when we wake up. It'll get to 90.
Pretty quickly. I just got back from New Orleans.
Oh, were you at Mardi Gras?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's on my bucket list. So Mardi Gras is on my bucket list. Kentucky Derby, Indy 500.
Okay.
And I'm not really like huge into any of those things, but it's just such iconic.
Just to do it, yeah.
Like I've been to.
Hey, so on the scoreboard here, you just hit that button to get it started at 0, and it starts counting up. At halftime, or if any time you need to start it at a different number, You tap that and type in that number, and then it'll start going up. So at halftime,
Okay.
started at 25.
Got it. When
So
I click reset clock, does it do the same return thing? Like reset and then go?
I think it just
Resets right away?
yeah, we'll find out.
Okay, sounds
I'm
good.
trying to remember, but either way it'll
I'll
work.
just click it at throw and then we'll see what happens. What were you saying?
I said either way it'll work. I don't know where I was.
Bucket list?
Bucket list, yeah. They're just such iconic events, you know. So, I've been to the Rose Bowl, so that one's checked off. Super Bowl, I don't really care about. I don't think that's iconic. I think it's like corporate. Final Four I've been to.
Ooh.
They had it a couple times in Minneapolis when I lived there. I didn't go to either that the Badgers played in,
Oh,
which
wow.
is sad.
For shame.
But the first one, that was 2014, and I'm trying to remember. There's a reason that I couldn't make it, and it was in New Orleans that year. And then 2015, I was on vacation in Florida, which was happening when we beat undefeated Kentucky.
Oh, dang.
And we're in the lobby of this hotel in Winter Park, Florida. And so it's like people trying to just quietly enjoy time at the bar. And then there's our table with the game on against Kentucky. And by the time that game was over, everyone at the bar was cheering for Wisconsin. It was like our energy.
I love that.
Daytona would be nice too. My ex-wife's dad, a couple years before he retired, bought a condo in Daytona.
Oh, wow.
And this is so cool. And we went down there the first year that he had it, but it was like after the 500, and I'm like, next year coming to 500, no way I'm not.
Yeah.
Her father like got a recurrence of melanoma skin cancer and passed away, and we just never went back down there
Oh,
again.
wow.
So his wife was kind of like, morning.
Good morning.
Say something nice or something.
Yeah. Got
Good
it.
morning.
Do we have 2 cameras or 3 today?
You got 3 today.
Okay.
So this is 2, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys want to trade stations at half, I'll let you guys negotiate that.
I like running the camera.
I think we're good.
Alright. And if anyone wants to put on a headset, anytime, give me some relief. I don't think I'm even going to go on 5 minutes before throw-in because I just
You
start
can't talk to yourself for that.
I'm going to give it 2 minutes. 2-minute warning. Yeah, if it's just me, I can talk to myself for a long time, but it starts to only make sense to me.
It's a little easier with the play-by-play.
Yeah.
Is this the battle for second place?
Well, this is a battle for, let me think about this. It'll be black to kind of stay in the hunt.
Yeah.
So they are, bring up my notes here. Paul's neighborhood, yellow, is 2-0-1. Aaron Weber is 1-1. But if they fall to Paul's neighborhood clinches first place. Man of the match today. Did I say that last week? Oh. Rowdy's team. Alright. Alright. I gave you credit for that, but not man of the match. Well, I voted for you.
I voted for him, man. That's I was not.
So who's the captain of yellow?
I think it's for sure.
I can
Donnie.
find out.
Who is it?
I think it's Donald.
I don't think it is.
I mean, he drafted, so.
Oh, did he?
I thought so. Maybe not. I think if you go to the Hailstones thing, it shows the.
It's Brady, right? No, it's not Brady.
It's the 8th, I think.
It's what?
The 8th.
Today is the 8th. It's Grieve. Ah, it's Grieve. I didn't see nothing. So it's Grieve, Rowdy, and I don't care who last week's captain was. So yeah, so they would 2-1-0 or 2-0-1. So proven process is essentially eliminated, I think, if Aaron Weber pulls it off. And I don't know who their next game is against, because they have one fewer game. Can you pull up that schedule and see who
Yeah.
Greaves' team plays after this?
Sure can.
Then I'll go back and find. So the 8th. Oh, it's Rowdy, Brady. So Aaron Weber is Rowdy. So they're the one with one fewer game. So they will play Paul's neighborhood. Am I right about that? Because last week it was Rowdy versus Brady. So Brady was red. No. Yeah. Jeez. This is too early for this. No Adderall. So it was proven process is blue, I believe. Whatever color.
Navy or whatever.
Yeah. So proven process is Brady. Yes. All right. So the last game is a rematch of last week's game. So okay. So yeah, Paul's with a win is in the clear, or even with a loss, because they would be 2-1-1 versus 2-1, but then 3-1 could eclipse them. So yeah, a win clinches it, but a loss is alive. So means a lot.
Stakes are here.
Good morning, hurling fans. You have been looking live for about the last 15 minutes at Michael J. Stotts Field here at Kiva Sports Center in chilly but warming up Middleton, Wisconsin. Greetings to you from wherever you may be as we bring you some live hurling this morning, or archived hurling if you watch later, which I couldn't blame you for. But today we will have it's Aaron Weber Group. I'm looking at Phil Foytz's jersey, which is a Delta Beer Lab jersey. It's a past one. But Aaron Weber Group, which had a great second half last week, running away from a tie match at halftime and putting on a dominating performance in the second half with Chris Carroll subbing in last week and Alan Morris just pumping the goals in. Just a great display of offensive hurling and strategy in the second half of that game. So they're back on this week, and they are up against the first place Paul's Neighborhood Bar. Paul's Neighborhood adorned in gold, yellow, whatever you want to call it, under the captainship of Dave Grieve. So this is going to be a thriller here. We've got Aaron Weber stays alive in the league with a win, and then Paul's Neighborhood can still clinch the league. They control their own destiny with a win today and a win in the last match of the season to close out the competitive league regular season here in 2025. We're just about ready to get started. I am solo today, so it is just going to be me calling the play-by-play, the commentary. Apologies in advance. On my left, I've got Scherf, Abigail, who will be running our live stream scoreboard, and Connor Flaherty here. Scherf is the only Scherf, so I can say Scherf. But Connor, we've had many Connors. Connor, thank you for running the cameras today as they get underway here with Sean O'Sullivan chasing the ball down up against Donald O'Donovan. A couple heavy hitters there. Donald running into Zach Trebatuski, who's made the trip down from Amherst, Wisconsin, bright and early this morning. This is Chris Carroll, who had a great game last week. Dodge with the one-time push into the corner looking for Matt Daly, but it bounds off the boards and sits there in the goal box dangerously for a second. Just enough time for Chris Carroll to run it down and put it in. So on the board first, Chris Carroll with Paul's Neighborhood, and it's the yellow jerseyed team with the early one-goal lead. Dodge with a drive. On goal, Bill Jones knocks it down. The ball is lively this morning, and it finds its way in. That's Matt Daly, who will credit with the goal there. We'll watch on the replay to see if he actually made contact with the ball, and if not, we can switch that goal to Dodge. But I do believe Matt got a piece of it. Thought I heard it. And that's Sean O'Sullivan trying to get on the board, but pushes it a little wide to the right. Puck back out to Chris Carroll, controlling it with a few touches, guarded by Phil Foyts. Chris with a move inside. Good move. Two good moves. Gets a shot off, but it's knocked down by Brian Dowling, Rowdy, the captain of the Aaron Weber group team. I didn't credit him with that last week, so we're getting that over with early. Great job captaining Rowdy. Here's Michael DeBias with a shot from the wide corner, and did that go over for a point? I believe it was deflected by the keeper, Shane Finnan, over for a point. So that's a point for, did we see who got that? Was that Matt Daly? I think it might have been Matt Daly. Was it Rowdy?
Might have been.
Yes, I think you're right. So Brian D. Yep, that's it. Whenever I say Rowdy, that's a point. So there's Alan Morris in the middle to Sean. Sean pushing it wide, but stays alive off the boards. Donald picks it up. And a little touch pass trying to find Chris Carroll. It bounds off the near boards here, but Chris tracks it down. Chris with a great hand pass inside to Dodge. Dodge with the drive. And in! So another goal there for Paul's Neighborhood, and David Dodge gets on the board. 9-3, a two-goal lead here early on for Paul's Neighborhood as Rowdy looks for Allen. Allen controlling it off of a couple touches there. Allen soloing it out to the far boards. Gets away from him, but he's going to still control it, and now he's looking for an option. He finds Sean. Sean, the quick hand pass to Michael DeBias. DeBias picking up, spin move, looking to not time out with steps. He does get it away to Sean. Sean defended nicely there by David Dodge. Chris Carroll with the point. Nice point for Chris, moving away from the goal and tucking it into the far upright. So first point of the game for Paul's Neighborhood. Donald with another point right there. Makes that second point come up quick. And now it is an 11-3 match. So ball finding its way into the netting, and it's going to be, I believe, our referee, Benji Cottrell, calls that a sideline cut for yellow. It's cut in. Dodge looking for Daly. Daly on goal again, knocked down by Bill. Bill with a quick little bounce pass to Rowdy. Rowdy was looking for Sean O'Sullivan, but that's knocked down by Donald. Sean still controlling it. Middle to Allen. Allen taking the point. That was a rocket off the stick of Alan Morris, and that's point number 4 there for Aaron Weber. So 4 scores for Aaron Weber, 5 scores for Paul's Neighborhood. Difference being that 3 of those 5 are goals. Hence your 7-point lead. That's how we learn math. And David Dodge with the point there. So 3 points now for, that was David Dodge. Yep, D. Is he not on there? He was a sub. He's a sub for Red. So you just put that on unknown. Yeah. Yeah, anything Dodge does. Yeah, it was point. Yep. Here is Donal. Donal looking now in from the back line, looking to score that goal, and it's wide off the boards. Still alive. Still on the ground in front of the goal, which is not where you want it if you're the goalkeeper. And there's the rafter back, knocking down. So it's a puck out for yellow. And that one comes in on goal, knocked down by Bill. Bill Jones looking for Phil. Phil with the one touch out to looking for Sean, but it gets by him, controlled by Donal. Back to the keeper, back to Donal. Now here's Dodge snapping it off the boards and looking for the goal there. It's knocked down by Rowdy. Here's Allen. Allen beating the hook. The quick hook coming in from Dodge, but Allen does get the shot off, but it's saved and still alive down there in the near corner here, the blind corner. Back into Bill. It's deja vu. See if the attack starts the same way. Sort of. Here's Sean looking for Max. Max in the camo shorts. Here is Allen. Alan Morris looking to push it inside to Sean. Tried to thread a needle there. It's knocked away by Zach. It's controlled by Matt Daly. Over to Chris Carroll with the point. Again, that southpaw shot. Tucking it into the far post. So another point for Paul's neighborhood. He is. Here is Donal trying to run down that bounding ball. And it bounces past Bill, and it's going to be scooped in by Donal. Coast-to-coast effort there. Pays off. And a 12-point lead opened up here in the early going, still 7 minutes into the match. Bill Jones looking to puck it out. Off to Allen. Allen taking that shot, and it's knocked down, and it almost finds its way into that far corner of the goal, but it goes wide. Now it's into that blind corner, and here is Sean O'Sullivan, boom, with a quick goal there, short side. So it's 16-7 here. That's a 4-4 to 2-1 if you're scoring at home. Here's Max. Max trying to push through a yellow brick wall there. And it's controlled at least in favor of the defense, but picked up by Allen. Allen trying to bounce that ball in, trick it into the net, and it comes out of the goal box for the point. Can that point count? I believe it does. It was a live ball, not a puck out. So, yes, it does. That's Shane Finnan with the goal, or with the point, and Alan Morris with the goal. So Shane goal point yellow, Alan goal blue, and back at it with Chris moving it inside. Matt Daly trying to get control of it along the boards. It's Matt does get control. He does put it on goal. Knocked down nicely there by Bill. And in that blind corner, it comes out to Dodge. David Dodge looks back to Donal. Donal now, look out. There's your goal. And that was a good pass there by David Dodge, but also a great job by Donal of letting him know where he was going to be on the field. And that one kind of almost found its way into the goal. And Shane pumping another one in there from distance. So Shane's got his, you gotta, to go the distance on a point here at Kiva, you gotta master the low ball to avoid the ceiling. So was that Shane again? And he's just a scoring machine from the goal box. So I was told by Bill Jones that a goalkeeper can be man of the match. Can it be for his offense? Maybe. I don't know. Here's Tobias. It's knocked. It's blocked down there by Paul's neighborhood defense. That one is tipped away by Bill, who controls it. Looking to go the distance there, but it's wisely controlled by Alan Morris, who is on the ground now, but gets it out to Michael Tobias with a great reach out to grab that ball. Good control of it, but it is knocked down by Shane again. And he is making that case for man of the match from the keeper position, knocked down by Dodge to Chris Carroll. Chris with the hot hand today and another goal, and that is, his second goal of the match. So Chris with the 2-2 scoreline so far. Pucked into Brian Dowling. Picked off by David Dodge along the boards, who solos it, but it's tipped away by either Rowdy or Will Jackson. Sorry. Here's Allen with Adam on his back. Allen trying to find Sean, but it leads him a little bit too far, and it's controlled by Donald O'Donovan. Now Donald with the ball. And getting it in the middle to Adam. There's Chris controlling the pass nicely, but it's tipped by Sean over to Allen. So possession now to Aaron Weber. Allen looking for that score, but it scoots just a bit wide. So pucked in. Shane Finnan to Donald. Nice pass to Matt Daly and a nice drive, but it's again knocked down by Bill. It's 14-point deficit here. 12 minutes gone by, or 11 minutes gone by. 12. Too much math right now. And it's that's a finger shot there. Those hurt as Chris Carroll is in a little bit of pain. Let's see if he subs off. Now he's gonna, or Matt Daly. That was Matt Daly with the hand, but he stays in, and he uses that hand to snatch it out of the air. Must be okay, or it's gonna hurt a little bit more later. But yeah, blood's pumping now. Here's Rowdy into Will. Will with the physical play up front, as he's known for. I mean, if I was 6'5" and his size, I'd knock people over too. But I'm usually on the receiving end of that one as Donald shot handcuffs the goalkeeper and finds its way into the goal. And now opening up a 17-point lead as Bill delays the puck out. Rowdy tying up that shoe. Here's Will. Will trying to control it. It's pushed out to the boards in front of that scorekeeper, John Kenny. Thank you, Johnny, for keeping the score in the venue. Here's Shane finding the rafters. So, Scherf, put your mic down.
Okay.
Scherf and Connor don't really want to talk a lot, but I had to fill in the gaps a little bit. What do you think so far?
I think it's a great game so far. It's definitely a bit lopsided on the scoring, but I think they're really working hard. And I don't know, Allen especially is really getting out there. Here he goes again.
He's trying to get the ball on goal, which is what the objective is. I think that's a point. That looked like it was in, but no whistle, so we play on. Scored, called wide. Chris, look at that. Look at that solo there. Using gravity to his advantage. Here's Donald, and screened. I think Rowdy wisely trying to get in front of that shot, but it may have caused a screen, and I don't think Bill saw it until it hit the back of the net. So 30 spot early on. That's a big number for the first half. And we get a whistle here. Clean game, not very many fouls, either technically or personal, called. That may have been the first one, honestly, our first free of the game. It comes from Sean O'Sullivan, and it's knocked down by one of the event dividers here at Kiva. Got to share the field with a lot of chaos here. Here's puck out with Shane. Shane dropping it into the corner. Length of the pitch. David dodged with the drive, and that one chips off the boards and stays alive. Into Zach. Zach looking to get on the board, but it is wide, finding the netting. So 10 minutes to go. First half, Allen looking to create some offense, get some momentum going for the Aaron Weber Midnight Blue squad here. Here's Allen again, very active out there. That hand pass just gets away. And it's Chris with a wide. So score stays at 30-10. Even 20-point deficit for Aaron Weber. Trying to chip away. Can only do it one score at a time. You know, Nick Saban would always say, just win your play. And that's a point there for, was that, did you get that? Okay, thank you, Donald. Win your play. And all you can do when you are facing a 7-goal deficit is win it chip it back one play at a time. And it starts with a good save sometimes. You know, sometimes that can get your offense going a little bit. As Rowdy looks to start the attack. Over corner to Will Jackson. Will working against Adam in the corner. And do we get a point? Yes. I am not. Yeah. 31-11. Here's Matt Daly looking to pick that up. Matt with a point. So the Southpaws doing a lot of scoring here from these near boards on the west end of Kiva. West side of the field, Donald with the goal. And that was a nice shot. Bill looking to get it to Rowdy, gets past him. Matt Daly, a few touches on it. Still ends up back in Rowdy's possession. Some nice one-touch work by the backs there for Paul's neighborhood. Here's Sean off balance. And I think the loss of balance kind of quelled the momentum of that shot and allowed Shane Finnan to control it. And now still in control. Back line for Paul's neighborhood. Ball trickles into the keeper. Bill hand passing it out to Rowdy. Rowdy looking for Will. The fullbacks for Paul's neighborhood are really doing a great job today. They're gobbling it up. And then just really good control. This is a story that has been unfolding in front of us as just really good work and probably overlooked a little bit, so I'm going to mention it now. But really good work in the backs by Paul's neighborhood as Sean O'Sullivan gets that goal and just trying to keep it in the ballpark here, so they can make a run either late here in the first half or some point in the second half. 21 points, but back to the work in the backs by Yellow, and I'm going to go into analyst mode here as Bill tries to solo it out, but it's picked by Donald O'Donovan, and we all know where that's going to end up. Back of the net, another goal for Donald, 38-14, 24-point lead. But so much of the offense that's being created for Paul's neighborhood has started with some really patient, accurate passing in the backs and creating that offense and being patient enough to find that open man up front as they do it again. Matt Daly this time and puts it in for a point. So just really good skill work. You do the good skill work and you're patient about it, then you can just take advantage of your one-on-one matchups that will unfold, and you just try to isolate your scorers as much as you can. And if you're patient enough in ice hockey, they always say on a power play, if you can get 3 good passes, you're going to get a scoring opportunity. And I think it's true in indoor hurling, power play or not. 3 good passes and somebody in front of you is going to open up in that time and space. Chris Carroll with the point, and it's a 25-point lead. So they gradually building that lead. And Chris Carroll again with another goal. He is having quite the day so far, carrying his momentum from last week. And Paul's Neighborhood's in control of it again. Chris, a little heat check there. That one goes a bit wide. And another shot there by, is that Chris? Chris M out there with the shot? It is, yep, he's out there on the field. Here's Dodge trying to run it down against Allen. Dodge, the super sub today. Allen with a physical play to get control of the ball. Let's see if he does find a score there. So it's a little stanch of the bleeding there a little bit. 27-point deficit. About 4 and change left in the first half. Sean picking up the turnover and getting control and getting the goal. So that's now just a stitch of momentum here for Aaron Weber Group here in the closing 5 minutes of the first half of this match. Shane, length of the field on the puck out. Bill Jones picks it up, looking for Shane again. Or Sean. Now Shane. Get that right. Here I've got 29 minutes of action to get the Shane-Sean thing right. So, note to self. And that one found its way into the netting. Sideline cut. It's going to be Rowdy looking for Michael Tobias. Michael Tobias trying to control it along the far boards. He does retain control. Looking for Allen. Nice pass knocked down by Allen there. And Allen looking for Sean. Nice over-the-top work there. And a goal!
Great teamwork.
So that 27-point deficit is now down to 21. Wouldn't quite call it striking distance yet, but you got to chip away to get even into striking distance. And that's what they're doing here in the closing minutes here. Finding a little momentum is Aaron Weber Group. That one gets away. Chris trying for the other Chris. Chris M, Chris C, Matt Daly. Matt Daly blocked down by Sean O'Sullivan. Sean with the solo in. Donald looking to get in the way. Sean with the point. Now it's within 20. So 20-point lead for Paul's Neighborhood Bar, where we will all be in about probably 45 minutes or so. Enjoying breakfast with our longtime indoor league sponsor. Here's Matt Daly in front of us. That Iowa t-shirt, which is his alma mater. I'm going to say nice things about Iowa this morning. Sure they're enjoying a beautiful sunrise. And that ball finds its way out into the corridor. And we'll throw a different slitter in. There's a gentleman. Thought we might have had some extra slitters there, but we're going to wait for the one that went out. I think maybe they're feeling like that's the lucky ball. A little momentum. I want to play with that ball. 90 seconds remaining. First half. Let's see if Aaron Weber can get this under 20 as the half closes out. That free will sail just a bit outside. And we get a whistle. Let's see what the call is. It's coming off of a puck out. Benji's asking for the slitter. Oh, we got a throw in. Not sure what happened back there, but we'll throw it in the last minute, just like we did in the first minute. Allen finding control and taking it into that blind corner. Another great knockdown by Shane Finnan. Here's Michael Tobias. Tobias looking for the shot. He's defended nicely by a couple of guys, high and low, Dodge and Carroll. Stonel. Near corner. Was that a point? Yes, it was. It's going to count. Here's Dodge trying to pick off that puck out. still controlled there by Andrew Gifford out there looking for Sean, who finds a score. So that's makes it a 20. It gives 24 to Blue. That's going to close out our first half here. So let's see, 18 4 22. Yeah, put 1 point on for, I think that was Chris. Or no, it wasn't. It was who got that point for? Yeah, we just have to get that point up. I'm just trying to remember who got that last point for Blue. I just called it. You'll hear it on the tape. You can just put it on the unknown for now. And let's see, 11, 333 plus 12. Yeah, we've got 2 more points for Pulse.
Looks like we got a comment here from Brady Cherry saying yellow's starting aggressive.
Yep, yellow did start aggressive. They are. So yeah, we've got 2 extra points for Paul's neighborhood. So we'll sort that out with Benji. I would just say, yeah. I mean, we haven't missed any, have we? No. So we'll let Benji know. Do one of you wanna? We got 4 minutes. Do one of you wanna run over and
I
let?
almost wonder if one point was a point that we thought was a goal, or vice versa.
Or it could be. So why don't we just subtract that? And we're good. So, anyone want to throw on a headset and break down the first half with me? So, our camera tech, Connor Flaherty's going to join me here. Just so, I've been talking to myself for a good 30 minutes. So, now I have somebody to ask a few questions. So, Connor, pretty strong performance early on by Paul's neighborhood.
Yeah.
Dominating this one, really. Anything you see that Aaron Weber can do to chip away? I mean, they did chip away a little bit the last 5 minutes. They kind of controlled and
I think they
brought
need
the score a little closer.
they need more of that last 5 minutes. I also think that I think it's a little bit of a closer game than the score suggests right now. There's just been a lot of opportunities where Paul's is, they're hitting their shots. They're taking their opportunities and they're burying them. And Blue or Dark Blue here, just has had a few opportunities in front of the goal, that just went a little wide. I think probably Allen had about 2 or 3 that were, last week they were going in and this week they're not going in. So I don't think they should be giving up hope yet. I think that there's definitely room for a run here.
Yeah, and I think you're right. We've seen Shane Finnan make some acrobatic saves, really. Like off his feet, diving, digging down, and knocking down some pretty blistering shots. And you take your shots, and eventually you're gonna put some in.
Oh yeah. Well,
and
he's had those grabs and he's turned a couple of them around into points almost, right away. And it's like that's got to be backbreaking to experience. But at the same time, it's a game of runs. In hurling, a 20-point lead can evaporate like that
Yeah.
given the right circumstances.
You
So
had 2 goals and a point, and your 20-point lead is all of a sudden 13. Like it's it can happen fast.
Yep.
And another thing that I've noticed, and you made an interesting point about the number of shots taken, which, I mean, we can't really track that, but I think in terms of chances and opportunities, you're right that Aaron Weber is generating some offense and making plays, and the shots have either been wide, they've been knocked down. And then another big difference, I think, is turnovers. We've seen quite a few turnovers in the defensive end by Aaron Weber, which have turned into quick goals, quick points for Yellow. And I'm not saying that that's careless play on behalf of Aaron Weber, but some really good attacking defense by Paul's neighborhood, and
They're
they're
definitely. Paul's is definitely making Aaron Weber rush their rises, I
yeah.
would say, and that's creating a lot of chances for them.
Yeah, a lot of points on the board for. You can start it at 25. A lot of points on the board, but that starts with.
And we're off here. Got Aaron Weber playing it back to the goalie. Got Bob here.
Oops, it was supposed to start at 25, but we get the gist. It's
Bob
fine.
gets the clear
Yeah.
right into Donald's hand.
Here is. Oh, that one went off the post. Or no? Is it in?
I think it's a point.
Oh, point. Okay, so it's higher. Now I'm looking into the skylights here, so it's a little harder to pick that up. There's a glare on the boards in front of me from the
man.
skylights, so Connor will help me out on those points and goals. There's Donald. Is that no? Chris?
Chris
Carroll. Chris Carroll with the goal, picking up where Paul's neighborhood left off in the first half. His corners are a little bit blind, but here's Matt Daly.
That yellow wall making it tough back there.
Tip. Yeah. A little bit of contact there, but not into the boards, so we'll play on. Bill Jones works it out to Sean O'Sullivan. Chris trying to get in his way and dodge, but they do dodge, and Chris breaking that up a little bit. And again, off the
save.
defense, an opportunity knocked down nicely by Bill Jones, but he created an opportunity off of a turnover, just as we were kind of discussing there at halftime. And here's Chris trying to get another goal, but it is wide and controlled by Bill, who gets it out to Sean O'Sullivan. Looking for the hand pass to Michael Tobias. Tobias guarded nicely there by David Dodge. Puts it out to midfield, but it's taken away there by Zach Trebatuski. And knocked down by Bill. Controlled back out to Rowdy. Rowdy looking to dump it into that far corner, but it finds the netting, meaning a sideline for Zach Trebatuski and Paul's neighborhood.
Yeah, you got Paul's forwards rushing every puck out for Bill, and that makes it a little tough to find your teammates.
It is, and that's created some of the chaos there that has resulted in turnovers and quick scores. Here's Matt Daly into that near corner. David Dodge, nice hook there by Michael Tobias. Here's Matt Daly in control and finding that short side. Just a sliver of open space there between Bill Jones and that near side of the net, and Matt Daly finds it, and then off the puck out, Donald O'Donovan picks it up and puts it back. So quick 4 points there for the Paul's neighborhood squad. Here's Bill. And that one's almost taken away by Donald, but controlled by Michael Tobias, looking for Phil Foyts. Phil Foyts looking for his goalkeeper. Bill, back to Phil. Bill and Phil. Here's, sounds like a radio show. Here's Sean O'Sullivan looking to get that goal, but it's knocked down again by Shane Finnan. Michael Tobias putting back the rebound for a point. And it's
saw him shaking his head there. He wanted a goal on that rebound.
He wanted a goal, but hey, with the big lead, that point doesn't hurt anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it's something on the board when you're up by 28. Take everything here. Then now he can get his goal if he wants it.
Oh.
And it's saved by Shane Finnan, but he's going to pay a price for that. Yeah, taking one for the team. And man, that big. Here's Bill. Bill with the solo out to Alan Morris, looking for Allen, who put a name on it, but it finds the inside post, but it doesn't go in.
I can't believe that
and
didn't go in.
And it's still alive. Controlled by Paul's neighborhood.
So once again, we got Blue getting opportunities here. They just gotta stick with it and bury some of these.
They do. That one I think might have hit the inside and the outside post, anywhere but in the net.
Hit off the netting here.
Yeah, that one's Gonna be a sideline cut. Dodge into
Taking it quick.
Chris Carroll. Oh, that one's off the back of Phil. So it's gonna be some. It's gonna be some bruises. There always is after one of these matches. Never too bad though. That is Sean trying to get it to Allen. A little contact along the boards. It's going to be a foul and a free.
It's in our blind spot a little bit here, but let's see. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we can see that one. Got a front row seat to Allen's free. He puts it on goal wisely with the deficit being what it is, but it is knocked down, controlled by Shane Finnan. Another one knocked down there by Bill Jones. Man, think about how many shots Bill Jones has knocked down today and what this deficit could be. You know, he's knocked his share down just as Shane Finnan has taken away goals from Aaron Weber Group. Ball along these near boards. Dodge gaining control, looking ahead, but it's tipped away by Michael Tobias. Finding Donal.
Stick work from Dodge again.
Yep. He's got a reputation for some good stick handling and soloing, for sure.
Master of gravity.
Yeah. It really is. It's just like mastery of physics, which when you're an architect, you kind of got to know that stuff, I guess.
That's true.
Here is Allen. Allen.
Oh, with the goal.
Shane trying to take it away. He's
Blast
really
him back.
Shane's really putting himself out on the line. But that one finds its way in. Man, at some point with this 25-point deficit, if I'm Shane, I'm thinking maybe somebody else could stand in goal for the last 10, 15 minutes or so. So I don't have to take such a beating, but he could also score more points and goals if he wanted to, I guess. That was a point, I believe.
That's true. He did have that offensive
Did you
burst.
see who got that point? Was it?
I think it went wide, actually.
did it?
I'm not sure.
Okay. So, no point. Bill Jones. Good work avoiding that ceiling. Allen finding the goal. So, Shane went out to challenge Allen in front of the goal. The risk when you do that is if the offensive player gets control, it's going to be a goal. And Allen gets it. So, chipping away again, 22-point deficit. Here's Matt Daly. Matt
bounces it in off the goal.
Again finding that short side. That time Bill Jones knocked it down, but it found its way in. And
sometimes that momentum's just too much to stop that slitter.
Yeah, I mean, it's point blank. It's hard to control a point blank shot. Even if you get in front of it, there's a lot on it.
Got 1 point there for Paul's club.
There's Donal. Looking for Chris Carroll. Controlled by Andrew Gifford to Allen. Into the middle. Allen looking for Sean
toss,
going up
nice
there.
catch.
Nice hops there. High point. So David Dodge putting it on the hand of Sean O'Sullivan, who gets the goal.
Yeah,
high pointing the ball.
That was just a great series of play there. And I actually think that might have been Allen who got that hand pass off to.
Oh, who did I say did it?
I think you said
Dodge. Yeah, Dodge was the opponent. So yeah. Dodge was guarding Allen. Allen got the hand pass
Allen
off.
here is not calling it quits yet. And another
he finds
one.
it again.
That's what we were saying. It's there's still a gap here, but you can get a lot of points in a very short amount of time in hurling.
Yeah, and the lead was up to 28. I think that was the biggest lead of the game. Now it's down to 20. So you keep that momentum going as Aaron Weber. Here's
They're
Giff.
winning these puck outs here.
Giff injecting some fresh legs and maybe a little bit of bounce in the step of Blue. I think he spearheaded a couple of attacks there with a point from was that Donal?
Donal,
yeah. Donal making it a 21-point game. Blackjack
another one on his
lead.
bike here.
Here's Sean,
Oh.
knocked down by a wall of yellow defenders. A wall of yellow jerseys. A wall of Tour de France leaders. Well, that's some contact there along the boards. Making a lot of noise, no call. Here's here's Benji. Now he's going to blow the whistle. We had
Hey, Sheriff, do you mind? pointing that camera up on the left side there.
Oh yeah,
it
camera. You knocked our
fell down
camera a little bit.
Just
Yeah.
try-
Thank you. I'll watch the score.
Thank you, Sheriff.
So a little bit of bizarre House of Mirror effect right there, and score from Donal again on the point. Man, I'm glad this crew is here because
That's a great
having
job,
to monitor
Sheriff.
the
Chief,
scoreboard
just
would
getting that camera fixed right in
be
time.
a lot commentating the game. And thanks, Connor, for taking a little pressure off my voice this half. 15 minutes to go. 22-point deficit for Aaron Weber Group. Paul's Neighborhood still firmly in control.
Oh, nice goal.
Chris Carroll with a nice goal off the pass from Matt Daly.
Making his presence known in the second half, too, after a monster first half from Chris.
Yes, sir. He has had a good couple of weeks for sure. Last week as a sub for this Aaron Weber team. Here's Rowdy working with Giff. Giff with Matt Daly on his back, and Max pulling away the loose ball that's scooted away from the keeper and the back line.
They all count.
And he scoops it in. So 23 points is the deficit or the lead, depending on which end of the bench you're on.
We got Donal pushing up here.
In the near corner, looking into the sun, all of us. It's good to see the sun here in March. Not going to complain about that.
Yeah, it's a little nicer driving to these games in March than it is in January.
Yeah, I said I felt quite a bit more awake this morning, and I think it might just be that there's a little bit of sunshine when I was coming in. Here is a save by Bill. And Rowdy
Donal
trying to
snatches.
create some offense, but it's snatched away by Donal O'Donovan. Shane with the drive, but it's knocked down by the seventh man. Ceiling.
Donal's a great player in every aspect. The one thing that's really jumping out to me lately watching these games is just his knowing where to stand when he's off the ball, just to put himself, in the way of where it's going to go. It's almost like he's got that sixth sense from that experience. Kind of see ahead there.
You do tend to overlook at times. You see the physical skill out there, and there's a lot of it, as Sean O'Sullivan demonstrates with that free on the point. But you see the physical skill, and the camera kind of follows the ball, but the strategy and where to be.
Off-ball movement is just huge.
Yeah, and knowing the spacing, when you're marking somebody, knowing the spacing and what your closing speed is and how much space you can give them, and the faster you can close on somebody, the more options it gives you as a defender, because you can play off a little bit, confident that you can close as David Dodge puts over
Another
a point.
Yeah, just knowing when, should I be moving towards, my teammate? Should I be running with them? There's a lot of options.
Yeah, and obviously the more athletic you are, as Donal is, a nice shot there by Sean, but it finds its way over the bar for a point off of the stick of Mr. Finnan. Allen with the
what a
drive,
save.
and Max trying to clean up the rebound. There's a lot of contact down there, and we're going to get the call against Paul's Neighborhood. Trying to see who was in there helping out. That may have been, was that Adam? Adam helping out there on defense, but the foul is called. Let's see what Benji calls for the free. Is it going to be a penalty shot, or is it going to be a free? It's going to be a penalty shot.
Free in here.
So it's one-on-one.
Oh, one in.
One-on-one. The player, if it's in the offensive zone here for indoor, it's got to be taken by the player who was fouled.
Nice goal.
So I'm not sure that was Sean, but I thought it was Max maybe that was fouled, but maybe Sean got in there. Anyway, Sean gets the goal off the penalty. And
I think the advantage was being played.
so it was advantage from behind.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
that makes sense then. All right. Thank you for clarifying that.
off the rafters.
Rafter ball from Michael Tobias.
7th man up there.
Sir, it's a very tall defender. A lot of reach. Shane will patiently try to get that puck out. The ball in play. Zach Trebatuski trying to get control, but it's won by Sean O'Sullivan, who promptly has it taken away by David Dodge. Dodge now looking for the solo, and he gets away. And did I hear a whistle, or was that?
That was
on
on
the other field.
soccer
Okay.
field.
So we play on.
Little hook there, but we're still playing.
Did that one find its way in off of Zach? Zach Treb? Did we get a goal? We did.
We did.
Yep.
That was
Zach Trebatuski.
really, he put it through 3 guys there, so that might have been off the rebound, but that was pretty impressive.
So 21, I mean, that's really as close as Aaron Weber has been able to get. So
Yeah, they've had a couple runs here, but Paul's bangs back every time, so that's the struggle when you fall in a hole like this.
they really need to squeeze off one big run here in the next couple minutes
And
in
it's
order to keep
got-
this game in doubt.
It's got to be a two-way run too. They can't, they're going to have to score and they're going to have to defend their house when Paul's comes storming back inevitably.
Yeah, you can't have a scoring run without staying aggressive on the other end. Everything starts with good defense. Here's a great pass from Allen out to Sean, who
Nice.
What do we have? Trying to
Sort
hear
it
what
out
the
here.
call is, but the glass is obscuring our. So there was no shot. I believe the whistle blew before the shot was squeezed off. So behind that attack, I believe there was a whistle,
Yep.
and we didn't hear it. I'm not sure that the players heard it. So
I
we're
don't
just gonna
think
get
they
a throw
did,
in.
and I think Benji was telling him it's not his fault that they didn't hear.
Yeah.
That was sort of
Yeah,
the breakdown.
it may have been. I'm not sure what the whistle was. It may have been an inadvertent whistle. In either case, it
Yeah, well, they always tell you, play to the
Tills the
whistle,
play.
so
play to the whistle, and if you don't hear it, keep playing.
and don't get tricked by the other whistle on the other field.
Yeah.
A little
Here
wide.
is a wide. So the lead stays at 21 for Paul's neighborhood. Sean looking to quarterback the offense here, but it's knocked down at the defensive line.
There's definitely, some subtle hurling movements now that you pick up when you only start playing, and that was a great step back there to give him a little breathing space to get that off.
Yep. It was creating space for yourself is so important.
Oh, yeah.
And if you can create space for yourself and you have, a good strike, then you're creating your own shot, right?
Absolutely.
Like when you create when you create space for yourself and you have good stick work, that's,
And I'm
you're gonna
amazed
get opportunities.
how much
Here's
it starts
Domo.
on the rise and, faking off the defender right from that first moment.
A little back and forth there between David Dodge and Donald,
Nice point.
culminating with a point from Donald O'Donovan. So 66-44 is your score. Here's Shane looking to just keep it out of trouble at this point. And ball in open space, ticks down the clock. We're 6 minutes. David Dodge
Nice
putting it
point.
over off the ground for a point. And really, if you're Paul's neighborhood, every point is just kind of salting it away now. You have a 23-point lead with 5.5 to go. Was that a goal?
Yeah, it was a goal.
That was a goal.
From
Was that
Donald.
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 Yep. Donald on the board again.
And really now into the corner, netting from Rowdy. And it'll be a puck out the other way.
And I wasn't
And I
there
think we
for it, but I believe Paul's last game they had ended up in a tie after a big lead. So I think they probably have that in the back of their minds today.
Yeah,
Don't
they
let the-
did. They tied proven process. And what does a tie do in the standings? Like depending on where you're sitting, that's a point for Chris Carroll, I believe. Oh, he did say wide. Okay, fair enough.
Oh, he's counting one. He's
He
saying
counted
one.
it. Yep, I thought it was in. Thought he tucked it under. Chris Carroll. So yeah, that tie, it's depending on where you are in the standings. If you're on top, it looks like a win. If you're not, it looks like a loss. So
Certainly feels like a loss too if you're losing the lead.
that's right. That's a point for Matt Daly. And I think we're just kind of playing out the string here. I mean, let's see what fun action can happen in the last 4.5 minutes. Matt Daly with a good solo move there and a nice shot. See, I mean, yeah, the outcome is no longer in doubt, but
Yeah.
you can still see some nice individual plays, and that was a good run there by Matt Daly.
Yeah.
Solo run and finishing it with the point.
Take our
We're
time
gonna
out
get a
here.
timeout. I would imagine that was probably taken by
Aaron Weber.
Or it may have been taken by Paul's to talk about just how they're gonna
Maybe get a breather.
I don't know how we stop the clock, but yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we
that's
got
fine.
that last point there. It almost looked like Benji, the ref, didn't think it was a point, but he's got updated by people on the field. So, like that honesty there from both teams.
So
We're just
trying to
having a
avoid
little
the dead air
scoreboard update here.
yeah, just trying to mess with the scoreboard a little bit. And once play resumes, we'll be about right on, I think. There we go. So our clock is now accurate, although I should have put 46 minutes instead of 56, but nobody's perfect at
Oh, little board there, but
7:30
not called
in
by
the
the
morning.
ref.
Here is Chris Carroll, guarded by Will Jackson, who hits it away. That was Will giving himself a little push off the boards. Here's Sean with the goal. Sean O'Sullivan
Coming out hot after the timeout.
pushing the lead back to 26 points here with about 3.5 minutes remaining. And controlled, Zach trying to get control there.
Another goal right back.
And another goal from Matt Daly, was that?
Believe so. Maroon and white helmet over there on the left side.
And give him the goal. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to get the clock right here in the closing minutes. There is 3 minutes left. I put it in as a 60-minute game instead of a 50-minute game, but
Thinking inter-county.
yep, thinking inter-county for sure.
Off the
or at
rafters.
least USGAA playoffs anyway. I think inter-county will be 70.
That's
It
true,
is-
yeah.
It is, I believe, 60 here in the U.S. for playoff
Is it?
matches.
And then I think her hurling league over in Ireland might be 60. I'm not sure.
That could be too. Here is Alan Morris. Alan
Allen had a
With
big
the
first half, but been pretty quiet here in the second half. But they got that point there.
Yeah, that's right. So, 2.5 minutes remain. And Shane is trying to keep the clock moving now. Sean O'Sullivan
He's
looking
been on his bike
inside to
on his
Mike
bike there on
Tobias.
the right end all
Yeah.
half, not giving up. He's in it again.
Allen trying to
Oh,
keep it alive here. It's knocked
a
away
goal.
by Adam. Takes the
no,
ball
I
away.
didn't see how it happened, but
What's that? Will Jackson. Yep. So Will Jackson getting on that goal scoring board. 76-51 is our score.
there we see again Paul's club just making life hard
Here's-
for Bill back there.
Here's Bill trying to just keep it out of trouble. Allen picking it up off the boards, fronted nicely
Loses
there
his
by
hurl.
Zach. And Tobias finding Sean, finding the goal.
Another one. Sean has
And
been not giving up here. I've seen him on that right end, play after play after play, sticking with it. So
yeah, he's been out there. I don't even know if he's subbed off. It seems like every time I look up, he's out there with that red helmet on. Here's
nice save.
Nice, good work there in the backs by Bill. Just some good hard-nosed defense. Here's Allen. Allen blocked down there by Zach. Now a little bit of a double team there along the boards,
He
which
needs
makes it
some
a
help
triple
there.
team. Really, not many options, but he does find one in
Oh, beautiful.
Mr. Tobias,
Oh.
who puts it on.
His
Puts some
teammate.
mustard on it, but it does not find its way in. Bill controlling that ball that trickled
Off
into the
the
goal box and
rafters.
off the rafters here. So 20 seconds remain here, and it's going to be
Got
a
neither side rushing it
decisive
here.
league regular season clinching victory for Paul's neighborhood. We're in our final 5 seconds. One last puck out here to Will Jackson. Let's see if we can get one more score. He does. He gets the
more
point
point.
before the buzzer. So your final score here. Paul's Neighborhood Bar 76, Aaron Weber Group 55, a 21-point win for the captain David Grieve, getting that victory today and sealing first place in the regular season of the competitive league. So
Some sparks of brilliance on offense there from Aaron Weber, but you got to play on both sides of the ball, and Paul's shut them down on defense and offense. So
they did. It was really a clinic on both ends for Paul's. Looking at our man of the match candidates, I think Shane Finnan with his 3 points out of the goal. He may have had did he have a goal too? No, I think it was just the 3 points. But Shane, a lot of great saves out there. I mean, I saw him take away at least 4 or 5 with just some acrobatic saves. 5 goals, instead of 76-55, it's 76-60, and it's a lot closer of a match if those go in. So there's a candidate there in Shane. You've got Donal with the 7-8 scoreline. Really hard to overlook a 7-8.
I think I'm gonna have to put in. It'd be fun to vote for the goalie, and it was a great performance. But Donal just he was a force today. He shows on the scoreboard and showed on defense too. He's there anytime you get a wobbly catch. He's on your back and he's taking the ball from you. So my vote for man of the match would have to go to Donal today.
Yeah, you can't overlook the 7-8, and like you said, Connor, the offense that he created, even when he wasn't scoring, just out of the backs, just a complete player, and for a Hailstone, really a generational talent.
Yeah.
Donal, not only with that 7-8, but just with so much work away from the ball, and just setting things up for other scores.
He's a rock back there. Yeah.
Another one to talk about who had a great match, Chris Carroll, carrying his hot streak from last week into this week. Really a pretty strong performance too by Chris.
Takes over that midfield. It's tough to. I mean, he's so tall and he's so talented that he's able to really take control of that midfield. And I have to say, I want to give another shout out to Matt D. He had a great performance too. A quiet 4-4 if you can have that. But he was definitely showing off some good stick work there.
Yes. So yes, we did. We went with Donal. It was hard not to with that 7-8. And really, that's all we got for you. It is a league clinching 76-55 win for Paul's Neighborhood Bar. Thank you, Abigail. How do you say your last name? Freisinger. Abigail Freisinger. We know Abigail as Scherf. Thank you, Scherf, for running the score. Great job. We'll get that clock app figured out next week.
Scherf's got a game next week, I think, right?
Yep, there is a game you play next week. So we'll see Scherf out there. We will not see Connor F. out there unless he subs. It's certainly possible.
Possible. We'll see
But
if they need me.
thank you, Connor, for running the camera and for a little bit of commentary there in the second half. So for Abigail Scherf and for Connor and for Bill Jones, who puts all of this together week after week, wishing you a very pleasant day from wherever you may be. And tune in next week as the Development League resumes. And in the meantime, enjoy the spring weather that we're going to have here in southern Wisconsin. And we will see you next week.
Signing off for Hailstones.
Up the Stones.
Up the Stones.
Thanks for doing it. Appreciate it.
That scoreboard intimidates me.
I know. I saw it last time when I was doing him, and I was like, oh man.
I can't make pause today, so we're gonna go around.
Gotcha.
That's all right.